Not infrequently, there is talk about lack of faithfulness and love between people. So the one blames the other and says, "It was not I who changed, it was he who changed." Well, what happened then? Did you remain unchanged? No, of course. It was natural and unnecessary consequences that I changed too. At this point, we shall not explain how meaningless this presumably necessary consequence is, whereby it necessarily follows that I change because another changes. No, we are speaking of the relation to someone who is dead, and here it is, of the question that it was the one dead who changed. If a person occurs in this relationship, I must be the one who has changed. Therefore, if you want to test whether you love faithfully, just observe how you relate yourself to one who is dead. But this is the issue. It is truly a difficult task to maintain oneself unchanged in time. The situation is also this: people love to deceive themselves in all kinds of delusions more than they love both the living and the dead. Or how many go on living in the firm conviction, which they would stake their lives on, that if the other one had not changed, they too would have remained unchanged. But if this is so, is everyone who is living then actually unchanged in the relationship to one who is dead? Or perhaps in no relation is the change as noticeable and as great as in the relationship between one who is living and one who is dead. Although the one who is dead is certainly not the one who changes. When two who are living hold together in love, the one holds on to the other and the alliance holds on to both of them. But no alliance is possible with one who is dead. Afterward, he may at first still be said to be holding on to one, or consequence of the alliance, and therefore it is also most frequently the case. The common occurrence that he is recollected during this time. In the course of time, however, he does not hold on to the one living and the relationship, and if the one who is living does not hold on to them. But what is faithfulness? Is it faithfulness that another holds on to me? When death separates two people, the surviving faithful one at first declares that he will never forget the departed one. Oh, how uncircumspect! One who is dead is truly a cunning man to talk with, except that his cunning is unlike that of someone of whom it is said, "You can't start with him again where you left him." Because the cunning of the one who is dead consists in this, that one does not get him away from where one left him. One is often tempted to think that people have the notion that one can say almost anything one pleases to one who is dead, in as much as he is indeed dead. He has nothing and answers nothing. But above all, take care about what you say to one who is dead. You perhaps can quite calmly say to someone who is living, "You I will never forget." Then after a few years have passed, you both have, it is to be hoped, safely forgotten the whole thing. At least it would more rarely happen that you would be unfortunate enough to meet someone less forgetful. But take care with everyone who is dead. The one who is dead is a resolute and determined man. He is not like the rest of us, still in search of adventures in which we will be able to have many droll experiences and 17 times forget what we have said. When you say to one who is dead, "You and I will never forget," it is as if he answered, "Fine, rest assured that I will never forget that you said it." And even if all your contemporaries were to assure you that he has forgotten it, you will never hear this from the lips of the dead. No, he goes his own way, but he's not changed. You will not be able to say to one who is dead that it was he who has grown older, and that this explains your changed relationship to him, because one who is dead does not grow older. You will not be able to say to one who is dead that it was he who in the course of time became cold, because he has not become colder than he was when you were so warm. Nor will you be able to say that it was he who has become uglier, and that is why you could not love him anymore, because essentially he has not become uglier than when he was a beautiful corpse, which surely is not suitable as the object of erotic love. Nor will you be able to say that it was he who has become involved with others, because one who is dead does not become involved with the others. Whether or not you wanted to begin where you two left off, one who is dead begins again with the most scrupulous accuracy where you left off. Although he does not show it, one who is dead is a strong man. he has the strength of changelessness, and one who is dead is a proud man. Have you not noticed that the proud person, particularly in relation to the one he most deeply scorns, does his best to give no hint, to seem completely unchanged, to pretend that nothing has happened in order thereby to consign the scorned one to sinking deeper and deeper, only to the one he likes will he kindly point out the wrong, the error, in order to set him right. Oh, but one who is dead, who is as proudly able as he to give no hint at all, even if he scorns the one living who forgets him and his farewell words. After all, one who is dead does everything to make himself forgotten. One who is dead does not come to you and remind you. He does not look at you in passing. You never meet him. And if you did meet him and see him, there would be nothing voluntarily in his countenance that against his will could give a hint of what he thought and judged of you. Because one who is dead has his face under control. Truly, one should be very careful about poetically conjuring up the dead in order to call attention to oneself. The most dreadful thing is just this, that one who is dead gives no hint of anything at all. Therefore, fear one who is dead, fear his ingenuity, fear his firmness, fear his strength, fear his pride. But if you love him, then recollect him lovingly, and you have no reason to fear from one who is dead, and precisely from him as one who is dead, you will learn the ingenuity in thought, the firmness in expression, the strength in changelessness, the pride in life that you would not be able to learn this in this way from any other person, not even the most highly gifted. One who is dead does not change. There is no thought of any possibility of excuse by putting the blame on him. He is faithful. Yes, it is true, but he is no actuality, and he therefore does nothing at all in order to hold on to you. But he is not changed. If then any change takes place between one living and one dead, it is indeed clear that it must be the one living who has changed. On the other hand, if no change could place, then it is the one living who has truly been faithful in lovingly recollecting him, whereas he, alas, could do nothing to hold on to you. Whereas he, alas, did everything to make it seem as if he had completely forgotten you and what you had said to him. The one who actually has forgotten what has been said to him cannot express more definitely that it is forgotten, that the whole relationship to him, the whole affair with him is forgotten, than can the one who is dead. The work of love in recollecting one who is dead is thus a work of the most unselfish, the freest, the most unfaithful love. Therefore, go out and practice it, recollect the one who is dead, and just in this way, learn to love the living unselfishly, freely, and faithfully. In the relationship to one who is dead, you have the criterion by which you can test yourself. The one who uses this criterion will easily be able to shorten the extensiveness of the most prolix relationship. And he learned to loathe the whole mass of excuses that actualities usually has promptly at hand to explain that it is the other who is selfish, the one who is to blame for his being forgotten, because he does not call attention to himself, the other one who is faithless. Recollect the one who is dead, then in addition to the blessing that is inseparable from this work of love, you will also have the best guidance for rightly understanding life, that it is our duty to love the people we do not see, but also those who do see. The duty to love the people we see cannot cease, because death separates them from us, because the duty is eternal. But accordingly, neither can the duty to those who are dead separate the living from us in such a way that they do not become the object of our love. 그래서 사랑의 역사 2장 2부 9장을 하루 만에 녹음하였습니다. 이제 올리면 되겠습니다.